Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So if you can see behind me, the big wall is up. It's almost all plywooded, just a couple little sections down there I need to do after I get this front wall framed up and up. And then same thing with this back wall here. Once I get this side wall framed and then stood up, I can go ahead and finish plywooding that. I'm holding off on that because I want to run the plywood past the wall, like this wall here. I want to run it past and connect it onto this front wall. That way we get nice strong corners, everything's connected together, and just good and secure. Now today what I'm going to do is, I am kind of in a hurry. It's the Friday before we leave for vacation. I would like to get this wall at least framed as well as this wall, so I'm going to go ahead, get everything set up and kind of laid out, and then I'll show you guys what we have going on. If you're wondering what I keep stopping to look at, there's this helicopter flying around, if you can hear me. And if you can see what it's dangling, right there, you can see it in the cloud. It's got a big giant chainsaw on it. And they're going around trimming the trees. I'm being told they're trimming them next to like power lines, but that to me seems a little bit reckless. But I don't know, I've never seen this before. This is crazy, and I can't see them doing any of the trimming, but that's kind of why I'm stopping periodically to just look up into the sky, because he's hovering. Is he getting something? So you can kind of see him dropping that saw down into the woods, and I mean that's right where the power lines are. Man, I wish I could see that thing in action. That thing looks wild. Anyways, back to work. I'm almost done with my layout. I got one more thing to do, and then I'll show you guys what I've been going through and what I've been thinking about. And I don't want to mess this up because this is kind of important wall. If anybody ever complains to me about noise, this is what I'm dealing with. If you can hear this helicopter, which I'm sure you can, but either way, it's not bothering me. I don't really care. I just think it's funny. This thing's hovering so close to my house, it's unreal. Anyways, hopefully you'll be able to hear all this. Here is this wall layout. Now we are doing it's 9 foot wide by 8 foot tall garage door for the front here. Starting at this corner right here, I did my quote unquote California corner, where I put and don't mind that, that's poison ivy. I've been treating it with rubbing alcohol and concrete. Yes, concrete. It's probably not the best thing for your skin, but you get some concrete on, or you get some poison ivy, rub some concrete on it, it pulls all the oils and everything out, dries it out, and then wash it off after a couple hours, dump some rubbing alcohol on it. It'll be gone in 3-4 days tops. So if you're wondering what that is, that's poison ivy. Anyways, back to what we're doing. Did my California corner right here with my pre-cut 2x4. I nailed 2 pre-cut 2x6s on there. Holy cow, that thing is loud. That way when we stand it up, I will have 1.5 inches past this corner right here for drywall, everything like that. Next, we don't really have room for our 16 layouts. So you come in from that corner, obviously, to our first pre-cut, which is almost 16 inches. Then we have another pre-cut. These two pre-cuts will run the whole way up. I'll nail this one in after I get this wall stood up. This pre-cut, the second one here, goes alongside our garage door header. The header is going to rest on 3 door jacks, which I've cut. I have all this laid out and labeled. Door jack, door jack, door jack, pre-cut, pre-cut. The header is going to span that opening to our next 3 door jacks, followed by a pre-cut. That way it'll run again up next to our LVL header. I can nail the header into this pre-cut 2x4. Now if you're wondering what's going on here, well, I didn't want to cut out this overhang just yet, because as soon as we do, I lose my waterproofing in my house. So I want to make sure this gets done correctly without causing more issues. So I am framing this wall right around that opening there. I need another 2x4 right there. Because once I have this all nailed together, this block is going to sit right like that, so that whenever we cut the overhang off and everything, we can just throw a couple more 2x4s on there for our pitched roof. But we don't want this thing floating with it, you know, bearing weight. So I'll have to get another 2x4, cut it to this length, nail it here. That way that makes this all good and sturdy. So that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and get everything nailed together. I have to share this because I thought it was funny. I just laid my first LVL beam in there, put it kind of tight to this end. This wall was right there, right with my pre-cut mark. I get over here, I'm like, wait a second, how am I 1.5 inches short? That doesn't make any sense. I'm measuring everything here. I'm measuring from my pre-cut and door jack seam to my pre-cut and door jack seam. I'm like, what the heck, what the heck? I had this one on the wrong one. This pre-cut stud needs to be over 1.5 inches because this is going to be my next pre-cut. So bump that over and we should be good to go. Oh man, that scared me. Those LVL beams are expensive. I triple checked my measurements. I almost had a heart attack on that one. wall almost all framed up. I called in some reinforcements to help me. That's it, help me stand it up. All right, you guys done chit-chatting? You ready to do some work? Okay, so after all that, a couple minor mistakes. Not all that bad considering I'm a concrete guy, not a framer. One kind of mistake that I should have caught, but it's been a long week, I'm a little tired, no excuses. Plus this helicopter is extremely distracting, cutting trees with a helicopter. Anyways, so my mistake that I should have caught was when I measured from here to find center for my stud layout, I measured the entire bottom plate. I should have left off 6 inches right here for my 2x6 wall with the plywood. I should have come in 6 inches, I'm sorry, 5.5, because the I don't have plywood out here, so I should have come in 5.5 and found my center from there. Because now, as you can see, I am off-centered by about 2 inches over here, and here I am flush. I should have had about 1 inch on each side for my rough-in opening. But, you know, I should have caught that. I didn't. I'm a little tired and distracted. And my box that I had to frame out for my overhang, I made it a little bit too tight. As you guys saw, we had to knock off that top plate there, cut those studs a little bit shorter, and then re-nail it on. I also didn't give myself enough room, so now I have a gap there, and I'm not plumb on this wall. It's not tied in. It needs to go over, basically. And that'll be able to happen once I cut this overhang off, once we get back from vacation. And then I knew there was a reason I shouldn't put this one on. I couldn't really think of it at the time, but nailing this plate onto my wall here, I need to take this 2x6 off so I can get good tie in here. This corner is strong enough. This was overkill, but it's preventing me from getting good tie-in for my walls. So this one's got to go. That's an easy fix though. I just need to grab the saws off from the shop, cut the nails, and it'll pop right off. So with all that being said, what time is it? It is about 3:30. I need to get some things going for work. Plus Rachel works tonight, or I need to get some things going for vacation. Rachel works tonight, so that's where I'm going to call this one. Once, maybe even tomorrow morning, I'll be able to get this wall framed in and be able to take what I learned from framing this wall, transfer it over to that wall, and not screw the walk-in door wall up all that bad. So with all that being said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click like and subscribe. Please learn from my mistakes. Double check your measurements, double check your layout, and don't be distracted by a giant chainsaw being helicoptered around. You know, check out our store on Etsy. We got some pretty cool products. People seem to like them. Even if you guys don't like something enough to buy it, just that simple click on our store link, which you can find in the description, helps to get my items higher in that Etsy algorithm, just like YouTube. You guys clicking on this video gets my channel higher in the YouTube algorithm. So once again, thank you for all the support. I always have a lot of fun making these videos while getting stuff done. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend, because it's Friday. See you guys.